The moment is here, you can stop your search. It's Comics by Perch.
Hey everybody, this is Perch. I feel like this video may get dark. It has that feeling to it. Hopefully not. It does have that feeling to it. All right. It says, Dear Perch P. Perchington, the third leg of God. It's the dick. No, anyway. Have we become the thing we sought to point and laugh at? With all the name-calling and blame for ruining comics, I'm not sure I can say whether there is such a thing as mean guys on the internet. Whether it be Wes, Zach, EVS, or Perchington, we are all just a bunch of gossipy bitches. No better than fake geek girls. It used to be normal to debate changes to a character, but now it seems so dogmatic and prudish. Also, this really stuck with me. I can't say that I'm happy I won this signed Frank Miller poster in a live chat without someone mentioning on me about how they think he is overrated instead of being direct and saying that they think he is racist. The man is, okay, a lot of things going on in this mail all of a sudden. Really quick, I don't know where I should interrupt. Well, let's keep going. The man is clearly a master and a legend that changed the media. And this is coming from a Palestinian kid who also ranks Fables in his top 5 favorite indies. I mean, technically it was published by Vertigo in DC, but okay. I just wish people would be more straightforward and less passive-aggressive. Go full T. Franklin, and at least then I can respect the sociopathic behavior. Not approving of it, just to be clear. Okay. Woo! Okay. I do know there are pros who pay attention to you and have made attempts to fix the problems you have pointed out, but sometimes it feels like I'm watching TMZ for comics. Not all the time, but Twitter topics will do that. Yes, they will. Is social media YouTubers and blog debate culture turning us into mean girls? Hope you're finding yourself in a better headspace these days. Much love to you and your family. P.S. As much as, quote, not Mumbles looks forward to one video a day, I dread it. Sorry about that. PPS, I did get 2 more long boxes of mini maxi series pictured and taped together, so I'm moving even closer to reopening my FEE Bay store. Okay. So much for short and to the point too. Sorry, hombre. Oh, all good. Boy, where to begin with all that? I think one thing, it's the easy one. I'll begin with the cheap thing, the easy thing. I do wish people would be more straightforward. The reality, though, is when somebody says, for a while there's this brief window, maybe 2017, 2018, where people would just feel comfortable just calling somebody a complete racist Nazi and everything else. And I think enough people got sued or got tired and we kind of retreated back a little bit where people say problematic, adjacent, they use all these other words. Or what was it that you said about Frank Miller there? That he is overrated. Look, I think, stuff's a personal opinion for sure. And you can call anyone you want overrated if you like. The reality is, if you're talking about Frank Miller for comics, the guy had a huge and profound impact to comics. Whether you think his specific writing is overrated or not, he did. He basically put in play series that have had a forever impact on comics. Many of them, but if you just take The Dark Knight Returns, the reality is that comic has been profoundly impactful on comics, and it continues to be imprint, read, referred to, referenced, and stolen from today. So that's not an overrated person. That's somebody who has legitimately done major, massive things. So, you do hear that. It does get old and tiring, like, Chris Claremont was overrated. Okay, he had a massive run that inspired several movies. People are still living off that legacy. And if you didn't like his writing, that's fine. But kind of like you, I wish you'd just be direct with what you're saying. Say, I don't like Frank Miller. I don't like Chris Claremont. I don't like him because his writing doesn't appeal to me and it looks ugly. Okay, fine. Seriously, fine. What I hate is when people do what they mean is, I want to call him racist. But I don't feel like, I feel like somebody might jump on me for that. I feel like I might get in trouble if I just outwardly call him racist. Some I'm just gonna kind of say I die, he's problematic or whatever it happens to be. It's tiring. Maybe is the best way to put it. I don't know. It just gets tiring. Say what you mean. If you think the guy's racist, say he's racist. I don't think he's racist, but just say it. Going around with the overrated stuff, it does irk me. Um, Kind of to the bigger aspect of things, it's hard to stay on comics as the topic. In part because I think everyone, from the fans to the creators to everyone, has sort of embraced the, sideshow aspect of it, the show aspect of it. I don't know. I don't remember. Somebody was saying once, like, I wish some of this drama bullshit would go away. And, person responded, it's all part of the show. Well, yeah, that's true. It is. But I wish it wasn't. And I think a lot of us wish it wasn't. I don't know. Again, I'm not speaking for anyone for myself, but I do wish that we had a engaging, active, kind of happy comic world where we could get really excited about the next story development or which artist was going to go on what. I would love that to be true. The reality is that's not where we are right now. We're nowhere close to that. I think that, in some ways, if you look at businesses that have leaned more into the niche of their audience, it tends to become more about the people, more about, everything else. And sometimes you see, by the way, companies come away from that. I would argue that 15 years ago, wrestling was probably in this place where people were very obsessed with breaking kayfabe and, behind scenes stuff and who's a locker room leader and are you a smart or a smart or, what are you? And kind of the fans going into business for themselves at shows and all the rest. And I think that there was at least some recognition that that was overtly harmful to the business, that it actually took money away. That as much as you want to bring people into things and have this kind of drama, it does turn into mean girl type behavior. And it even if it's fun, and granted, it's super fun for plenty of people, over time, it takes away from the product you're building. Just no longer quite seems as fun as it used to. I think comics is definitely in that period right now where people feel lost. I was talking to a friend, who is weird. I do call him a friend. Strange to get there. But said, I feel like the mainstream comic book industry has been turned off. There isn't that exciting. I mean, look, take the X-Men, Fall of the Mutants. If that's meant to be an event where, we're going to dramatically shift from the Krakoa era and it's going to be a big deal, then it's remarkably quiet. Everybody should be talking about that. Everybody should be like, oh my God, what's going to be destroyed? What's going to keep going? How's it all going to go? But it doesn't feel that way. It feels a little bit like, well, we're just going to kind of move the, chairs around on the Titanic a little bit. And, we haven't quite gotten to that realization or that moment yet where, people will get excited about a change. We're still kind of avoiding that change. I don't know what it takes to get there. I'm not helping. I mean, full stop. I mean, I hope that the videos are entertaining to many of you, and many of you write in that they are. I didn't realize that saying I'm going to back away and kind of wind this thing down was going to be, it's made a lot of you sad. I feel weirdly bad and guilty about that. I don't know. It's not. I don't expect people to want this show to continue. So it's weird when people say they do. Maybe I've just read too much of Mumbles and it's gotten to my head. Maybe that's a problem. But I don't think I'm helping in the sense of getting people excited about these comics. Now, in fairness, I don't think it's inherently my job, but I also I wish we could get to that point of, hey, here's some really cool, exciting things to get hyped about. That would be great. And I think by and large, most people want that. Even if you're very addicted, very into drama, the TMZ-like aspects of things, I think that everybody would love to just be really amped up and excited about something that's going to happen in comics. When Civil War II was completing, when DC Rebirth was coming around, even things like the First Metal and Doomsday Clock, there was a period in those comics where it's like, holy shit, what's going to happen next? It may be hard to believe because it kind of ended in a whimper, but when Doomsday Clock first hit, the anticipation for those first couple issues was high. People were speculating, where do you think it's going to go? What's going to happen? That's just not that's not where anyone's at anymore. To bring that back, it's going to require kind of a bunch of effort from all fronts. But, I don't have line of sight to when that happens. There are signs that people still want it, but we're still missing. So, I don't know, kind of a heavy mail that you wrote there. I do think that, unfortunately, social media and kind of YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all these other things, Reddit, it's all kind of led to this. It's led to a lot more, I don't know if it's mean girl behavior or fake geek girl behavior or, fake geek guy behavior or mean guy, whatever. It's led to a lot more snark and a lot more just general kind of complaining and over analyzing things as opposed to enjoying the core product. That's just comics. That's everything. Again, I feel like wrestling kind of went through this and, it came out the other side of it a little bit. Right now, people are legitimately excited for the whole Roman Reigns, storyline that's going on. People legitimately are very excited about what's going on there. It's captured people's interest as, for what it is, interest in the storyline. People are excited to read the next chapter. They're not worried about, is Roman Reigns secretly behind stage, maneuvering to get Seth Rollins fired. There's less of that. So if wrestling could come out of it, maybe comics can too. Anyway, what do you think? Do you want comics to come out of it? One of the things that I feel like people haven't fully admitted to themselves yet is that I think there are a decent amount of people in comics, which includes some creators, by the way, who, they really don't read comics anymore. They're still here, they're still communicating, still involved, but they're really just tired of the whole thing. Is that you? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and thanks for listening.